Hi all. Today we are going to discuss about cardiac cycle, very important, double circulation, then ECG, then coming to the last, that is arteries and veins. It comes along with the double circulation. Then the regulation of the nervous system that controls the regulation, then disorders of the circulatory system. So all these topics are important as compared to the first topics, that is blood, structure of heart and those things. So please read these notes and the textbook, very important. Go through that. If you are finding any difficulties, come to school one day with the paper concern from the parents. I will explain to you if you are not understanding by only by seeing the lectures and other things. Is it clear? Or you can send a message also. All of you are having my number. You can send me a message. Anything you can do. But I recommend for this chapter, if you are getting any doubts, please come to school with your concern from the parents for 1 or 2 days till the school reopens. So there is no information yet regarding the reopening of schools. So please do it, because it is very important. So now we are moving to the uh, cardiac cycle. The cardiac cycle runs simultaneously in both right and the left side of the heart, both atria and the ventricles of right and left. So accordingly, how the cardiac cycle is functioning, same way that ECG also works. ECG also works the same way. So when you see this ECG, you can see that some graph like thing, though those graph like things are showing the electrical activity that is taking place inside the heart, which is helping for the pumping of the heart, because heart is myogenic in nature. That means the muscles are contracting and doing its work. If the muscles has to work, heart requires electrical impulse. Clear? This you have to keep in mind. So here in the cardiac cycle, I am first using this diagram, these first and second diagram, for the explanation part, and after explanation whatever it is there, it is given in the written parts. It's very simple. Last week we had discussed about SA node and AV node. SA node and AV node. SA node is known as the pacemaker of the heart, and AV node is known as the gatekeeper of the heart. SA node is why it is called as a pacemaker of the heart, because it is responsible for generating the electrical impulse. And why it is known as AV node is known as the gatekeeper of the heart, because whatever the impulse that is generated from the SA node, a few impulses are taken or conducted by the AV node, and it will be passed through both the ventricles by bundle of His or Purkinje fibers. It will be given so that the functioning of the heart will be smooth. So this is the basic thing. So first you have to understand what is happening, and what is happening when this electrical impulse is conducting and electrical activity is reduced. So here, to understand the electrical conductivity of the heart and how the heart functions, so you have to understand that heart in such a way that because heart is there formed from since 3 to 5 months, 4 to 3, some in 3 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, in between 3 and 5, that particular node that is responsible for generating the heart will be formed in the embryonic stage. So from the beginning, that particular area is responsible for pumping the heart. In the embryonic level itself, they are responsible for the pumping of the blood, and slowly it gets the structure, and in fetus it become a 100% functional heart. That is what normally taking place. So we can't say that heart is empty in the beginning. So there is few amount of blood that is present in both the ventricles, because ventricles are responsible for pulling out the blood, especially the left ventricle. It is responsible for the pulling of the blood so that it will be circulated properly. So there will be a few amount of blood that will be present inside the both the ventricles. Those blood is known as the stroke volume, that will be maintained every time inside the blood. That is around 70 mils. 70 ml of blood will be there. Upon that 70 ml, balanced blood is filling and it is pumping. So consider like this. First time when the heart is relaxed, heart is relaxed, or you can continue with that. The first impulse from the heart is given from the AV node. It has reached SA node. It has reached the AV node. Once it has reached to the AV node, slowly it will go through the muscles. So the ventricles will started to expand. When the ventricles is started to expand, the blood will flow from the left atrium and to the left atrium to the left ventricle, and right atrium to the right ventricles. That means the valves are open. And after a few time, what will happen, the amount of blood inside the ventricles will reach to its peak. When this amount of blood is reach to its peak, the valves will close. Both the valves will close. At the time, because of the electrical power generated from the SA node, the heart started to contract. When this heart started to contract, the blood will flow. One from the left ventricle, the blood will flow through the arteries, through the aortas to the other part and other part of the body, and from the right ventricle to the lungs. Is it clear? This is the basic function that is taking place. This is what you have to know. So as when this pumping is taking place, right atrium and the left atrium is almost empty. So the blood from the vena cava, superior vena cava and inferior vena cavas, and from the blood from the pulmonary veins, they will carry the blood to the atrium. Then again the heart will relax. Again the blood will fill. Again there will be a contraction. The blood will move out of the body. So whenever this blood is moving in, that means whenever we use the stethoscope and observe on the heart, we will see a sound known as lub dub. Two sounds are coming, lub dub, like that. One sound will be small, another sound will be little in higher frequency, then a smaller sound again it will come. So that is known as the lub dub sound. Commonly we call it as a lub dub sound, and we will call it as the murmuring of the heart. First murmur, second murmur, third murmur, fourth murmur. Third and fourth murmur and all, it is come in the abnormal conditions. So doctors will use those words, murmuring of the heart. This murmuring of the heart comes because of the closing of the valves. Closing of the valves results the sound. When the lub sound is coming, it shows that the valve that is between the atrium and the ventricles are closed. When dub sound is coming, the valves between the ventricle and to the aorta, left ventricle to the aorta and the right ventricle to the pulmonary arteries are closed. So it will be a closed chamber so that the pressure will be maintained properly. Is it clear? So this is how the heart is functioning. And the same way the ECG also. ECGs are having three waves, that is PQRST. On the side itself we can see the P wave is the first wave, the first impulse. Then after that there will be a high pressure, that means the ventricles are pumping the blood, so it will go to the peak, then it will come down, then there will be a smooth flow of blood, then suddenly the valves close, that will produce the T wave. So this is the basic functioning of the cardiac cycle and the ECG waves. Am I clear? So these sounds are coming by closing and heart. Then here it is written. Everything is written. That means if you want to read, we can undergo. The action potential is conducted to the ventricular side of AV node bundle of phase, transmit through the entire ventricular area. Ventricular systole increase the ventricular pressure, closing the tricuspid and the bicuspid valve, that is between the two chambers. When the pressure increases, it will pump the blood and the ventricles now slowly relax. Relaxation is known as the diastole, contraction is known as a systole. One diastole and one systole makes one heartbeat or one cycle. So this is what this sound we can hear. Lub and trub is associated with the closure of tricuspid and the bicuspid valve, where the second sound is dub is associated with the closure of semilunar valve. So this everything is mentioned clearly. So please go through this and the ECG. If you don't understand how these valves are functioning, then we will never understand what is ECG. What is ECG? So here it is given here. So the first wave is the P wave. When the P wave is there, you see the diagram, color diagram, that is 70 ml of the blood, that is slowly filling is taking place. Once the filling is started, then the ventricle started to pump. So the blood moves out to the aorta and to the lungs. Then there is a smooth flow. Closes pressure, if there is a smooth flow will be there, smooth flow of blood will be there. Then the T wave, ventricular repolarization, that means again it is getting charged. During the time of repolarization, the filling of the ventricles start. So these will be continued from the beginning, that means from the embryonic stage till our death. It will be continued. This is the basic concept behind this. You don't want to study the other medical terms and conditions. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. But this much you have to understand as a +2 student. Sorry, high senior secondary student. And here one is given electrocardiograph. This machine is first invented by William Einthoven. It is not given in the book. You can take this. It's a Dutch physician and physiologist. He invented this, and for this mechanism, because of inventing this electrocardiograph, he got the Nobel Prize. Next comes a double circulation. Double circulation means the blood will reach the heart 2 times in humans, because our human heart is divided into 2 parts, left and right. From the left side the pumping takes place, that blood will reach to the right side. From the right side it will reach to the lungs. From that lungs it will get deoxygenated, again it will reach to the left side. So these, because the one time the blood is entering 2 times into the human heart, into the heart, we will call it as double circulation. And in last class I forgot to explain one thing. There is a term is there known as arteries and veins. I have given this down. Arteries means the blood structures or valve which carries blood away from the heart. Then veins means structures or blood vessels which carries blood towards the heart. So once, and don't write the definition that arteries are structures which carries oxygenated blood and artery veins are structures that carry deoxygenated blood. It is a 6th standard definition. it will not work out. So here you have to write that arteries are structures which carries blood away from the heart. Veins are structures which carries blood towards the heart. So here you see, when the blood is transported from heart to the lungs, we have pulmonary artery and we have pulmonary vein. And pulmonary artery originates from the right atrium to the lungs. So right atrium to the lungs, they are carrying mainly deoxygenated blood. So if we are write a definition that arteries carries or oxygenated blood, structures carries oxygenated blood, so here when it is coming technically it is wrong. So you have to write that arteries are structures which carries away blood away from the heart. That then it is correct. Now arteries are carrying blood away from the heart to where? To the lungs. And see on the left side, pulmonary veins to the lungs towards the heart. So definition is clear. Then there are three structures are there that is responsible to maintain a proper flow of blood. One heart is required. Along with the heart, we need three structures are working simultaneously. One is artery, veins and capillaries. Arteries are carrying deoxygenated blood, so universally it is mentioned in the pale red. Arteries carry oxygenated blood, so it is pale red in color or dark red in color. Actually it is not dark red, it is pale red in color, pale or orange yellowish in color. Then here it comes they have given it as a blue color because arteries carries deoxygenated blood, is universal. And in between that, arteries and veins are very big valves, very big valve like structures or tubular structures, so they can't enter into the tissues. These arteries and veins are further divides. You can see that big arteries, you can see a branch there, it is known as arterioles, and arterioles are divided again into minute structures known as capillaries, and these capillaries are moving into the tissues. They will exchange the nutrient and the oxygen whatever it is required, and they will take the carbon dioxide. And these capillaries, many such capillaries, when it is towards the vein, many such capillaries will form venules, and venules is attached to the veins, and this will carry the blood to the heart. So if we are seeing the structure of it, we can see that arteries are very thick because it is carrying the pressure of pumping of a left ventricle also, so they need a very strong structure, and inside that they have a very thick muscular elastic fibers are made. But when it comes to vein, they don't have this much of thickness like arteries, but other things stand still small. But when it comes to the capillaries, it is made up of only single layered cell. They are extremely narrow. Arteries are made up of 3 layers, veins are made up of 3 layers, but arteries 3 layers are very thick. Veins 3 layers are not as thick as arteries. You can see from the diagram. And the capillaries don't have even that much of 2 layers are absent in capillaries. And the valves, they have these valves when they are carrying this blood, they have valves. But for arteries there is no valves, capillaries there is no valve. Am I clear? And the duration of the cycle is 0.8 seconds, 0.8 second. Calculation is given here. It is very easy. Arterial systole continues about 1 second. Ventricle are somewhere around 3 seconds, and both the diastoles 0.7 and 0.5. Totally we will be getting around 0.8 to 0.9 in the as when we are calculating. So heart, I said that it is myogenic in nature. most of the functions of the heart is controlled by the cerebellum and the medulla oblongata together. We call it as the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system, it functions, and the medullary hormones are also responsible for increasing the blood pressure and other things whenever it is required. We will discuss some of that when we study about kidneys. So kidneys play a major role to control this heart pressure, pumping of the blood. And when we are coming to the disorders of the heart, first is hypertension, that is blood pressure. So it is normal range of the normal human blood pressure is 120/180, but there is an updation, it is 140/90. Nowadays the new updations are coming, so 140/90 is considered as a normal blood pressure. Anything about that, it is considered as heavy blood pressure. So whenever we are getting hypertension or high blood pressure or BP, what will happen? There's a chance of breaking of this arteries and veins, which will leads to internal bleeding and leads to death. Then coronary artery diseases, that means the valves of the heart, especially the uh, arteries that supplies blood to for the heart, also will be deposited by cholesterol. So when the cholesterol is deposited, the heart can't function properly. Heart is also required energy. Next is angiopetrosis. Angiopetrosis means acute chest pain. Angia means lack of oxygen. This can become at any way, which leads to cardiac arrest or failure. Then there are two terms are there which is very confusing to us many times, and we use both simultaneously. One is known as heart attack and another one is known as the cardiac arrest. Heart attack and cardiac arrest both are different. Cardiac arrest means the impulse, SA node and AV nodes are not functioning properly. That means electrical impulse are inadequate to do the function. So nowadays we have the artificial pacemaker they were doing. Heart failure means heart is unable to pump the blood. Am I clear? That is, a heart attack is when the blood flows to the heart is blocked. Blood flowing to the heart is blocked. That means the heart also requires energy. For that energy we need oxygen, ATPs and other things. So that is not getting, that is not considered as, that particular condition is known as heart attack, and these heart attack will leads to cardiac arrest afterwards. Am I clear? So if there is any doubt, please ask me or come to school. I am available. I will clear your doubts. Thank you.